So, some of you might be familiar with recurring invoices. I know a few folks using the asset RMM counter to charge based on the amount of devices you support. And I know there's a lot of you out there using Kabuto packages to also charge on a per device basis. But what if I told you you can now charge by the number of contacts you support, or even based off of customer contact custom fields? So let's get into that. I'm Bobby, this is Feature Friday, and let's talk about the new addition to the recurring invoices. So to start things off, there is a new selection on the recurring invoice template, recurring line item type. That is a mouthful when I read it out loud. Holy cow. Anyway, yes, it's true. A lot of you have been asking to be able to charge based on the number of contacts. Guess what? You can do it now. So how do you do it? Super easy. All you need to do, head over to your customer, click the contacts tab, make sure that you have the appropriate number of contacts created, and then from the overview page, scroll down to invoices and just start a new recurring invoice, or click into an already existing one. For the sake of this video, we'll start a new one. And set up the invoice the invoice template just like you have always done, except now when you're going to add a line item to the recurring invoice type, there is a customer contact counter recurring line item type. There it is again, that line. Well, all you need to do here is select the recurring type. Then I'll pause right here for a second to talk about this. You can search in here for any product in your inventory to charge based on that particular product. I would say it's probably a best practice, and some of you already know this, so I apologize if it's redundant, but it's a best practice to create a specific product for this, something like per customer contact billing or something like that, or probably something better that's more customer facing, per contract billing or something. In this case, I'm just going to say per employee support billing, and I'll just use the same for the description here. You'll see the current quantity will get pulled from the contacts page automatically, so that's why I mentioned to first make sure you had the proper amount of contacts entered. Then if you're using an existing product, cost and price will be filled in. In this case, I'm not, so I'll just fill in some nonsense here. And one more note over here on the right. So if I was to proceed and hit add item to template, it will just use the number of contacts on the customer. But you'll see there is an option over here, and you can, even if you wanted to get real specific, maybe you have a lot of contacts, but you're not charging exactly per contact. Maybe there's like 5 technicians or 5 regular front-facing employees at the business you're supporting, and then a receptionist and a manager, and maybe you're not charging for the receptionist and the manager. Well, you can use the contact fields to identify this stuff. These are custom contact fields, similar to every other custom field, but attached to the contacts that I covered in a previous Feature Friday video. But when you select these, it will then only count the number of contacts that have that custom field specified. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, so add item to template. Page will refresh here, and I'll scroll down, and you'll see the quantity count is reflected here. Now, going forward, anytime you add a contact, this number will just automatically update. We've employed this system for a while with assets, but we've kind of updated how it looks at these products, or excuse me, how it looks at the contacts and updates the quantity. After that, you're done. You're all set to go. That's it. The recurring billing will start to charge based on the contact count. One last thing we've added that I know people are going to see, and I want to point it out, is the customer is actually labeled, and this is a hyperlink to the customer at the top of the recurring template. It's been something folks have been asking for a long time. There it is. So just recap real quick. You can now charge on a recurring basis based on the number of contacts, and you can drill down even further and bill based on the number of custom fields attached to the contacts. Lots of words with the letter C there, but I wanted to make sure that everyone was clear on what our changes were. And wow, if you're still here and all of that made sense to you, go use it, enjoy it, have fun. This came directly from community feedback. We appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next one.